Good morning everybody, welcome back to LilyLuLou. If you're new here, my name is Karen, I'm the Junk Journal Geek, and if you are coming back again, thank you very much for choosing to join me today. I appreciate your company. So I'm working on the Rambling Rose journal. I'm actually working on two journals at the same time because I'm hoping they're going to come out quite similar, although I'm using different papers in each one. But I can't show you the other one on camera because it's for somebody, and obviously I don't want them to see it while I'm making it, but I will do a flip through once I've finished so that once the recipient's got it I can show you. But it's going to be similar to this but completely different papers. But I don't normally do that because I find it very difficult to move from one sort of type of thing to another, and I'm getting myself in a bit of a pickle, and I've made bits and pieces for each one, and I'm trying to get myself organised, so I thought I'll just turn the camera on while I'm sorting out what I'm doing. So that might be a bit of a random video today, but then that's probably nothing new, is it? So I've started making ruffles that are going to go down the side, but I haven't attached them yet, and I've got some strips of lace to attach. I think in the last video I was making ephemera and I only finished this piece, so these are the other tags and journal cards I made. I finished them off camera. I say I don't really know what I'm doing. Today is the first day that we seem to be back to some sort of normality in my house for months and months. So I'm sort of trying to get myself organised and catch up with what I've been doing. So I don't really know what I'm doing today, but I know I've got to get these finished, and so I thought I'd turn the camera on. As I say, I had a glassine bag here, and it was that size, and I've just cut it in half, and I'm going to make two pockets for a couple of the signatures with those. I haven't even stuck down those papers in here yet that were you know, covering the backs of these pages, so I think I can do that and get that done. Strings everywhere because I've been on my sewing machine this morning. To say I've been sticking those, no, not sticking, I have been starting to make the ruffles, but I decided I can make ruffles off camera. Well, I have to make ruffles off camera because I can't have my sewing machine on screen, so I thought I'd better come on and do some other bits that I can do with you, and I can carry on with the ruffles when you're not here. So that's what I've done. As I say, I don't know how this is how this video is going to turn out today, but I'm sure you'll bear with me. I hope so anyway. Get glue everywhere, and I think I'm going to stitch these once the glue has dried, to make these into, if you remember, these are going to be deep pockets, so if I stitch around the whole thing, that will close the pockets. So that's that one. So I'm just trying to sort of get my head around where I am, what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. This is either going to be a flip or a tuck spot, not sure yet which. That was the page of pockets that I did with you. This needs stitching closed, so I can do that off camera. There's going to be a pocket there again. I do need, I've still got loads to do in these journals, and I've got a deadline for the other one, so I need to get a move on. I need to put something on here, you know, so it sort of matches. It's not the same, but something similar on the other side there. So I need to make something there. That's the other side of the Edith Holden. That's the page we've just stuck, which needs stitching. So that's that one. Do one thing at a time, Karen. I was just going to say I could stick those ephemera pockets in. Ephemera pockets? Glassine pockets. Right, let's do this piece and stick this down. I've got 2 pieces of paper here, so not quite sure what to do about that. I was thinking of doing something clever there, like, you know, a pocket there with a tuck behind it. So I think I'll leave that one because I'm going to need to think about that, and you don't want to see me umming and ahhing and fiddling about, do you? Or I might go back and do that in a minute. Is this one the same? Was this going to be the same with 2 pieces of paper? Yes. So I'll leave that one for now. And I think this one is just, yeah, this is just 1 piece. So we can stick that down. So let's do that piece. And I need to put something along the bottom of this pocket to hide that crease in the paper. So I need to remember to do that. So how are you all? I hope you're all happy and well and enjoying the summer. We've had a couple of nice days of weather here. Again, not too hot, but lovely and bright and sunny and no rain. Hurrah! So yesterday was glorious, and today started off, I've got 2 loads of washing on the line, and I did think I was pushing my luck because it looked like it was going to rain, even though I checked the weather app this morning and it said it wasn't going to rain, but that's 9 times out of 10 wrong. So I took a risk, put my washing on the line, and now it's absolutely beautiful out there. So when I've done this video, I'm going to take Mr. Max for a walk. We had a lovely walk yesterday. Right, I'm going to put one of those glassine bags on the other side of this page, I think. Oh, it's not going to really be big enough. That means I need to do a bit more stenciling or something, that although it needs, am I going to put it on as just a pocket, or am I going to have a tuck as well? I'm definitely going to need to do a bit more stenciling, and I don't have the stencil out yet, so I'm going to be really brave and I'm going to do this anyway, and I think I will put something on there and try and cover that and finish that off afterwards. Eek. So let's close this up first of all. I don't know where I've put my glue mat. So I didn't mention at the beginning, this Rambling Rose journal, in case you haven't seen any of the previous videos, this is a design team project for Sunny Creates, and I will leave the details in the comments below, or in the description below, I should say. Right, I'm going to try and, oh, I don't need to try, do I? I can use this one to match up the edge of that, vaguely, roughly matching, like that. So that's going to be our pocket on there. So we need to do some sort of decoration on here. I'll try not to be too long worrying about what I'm going to put on here. Still got these I cut out the other thing. I think they look pretty. Carrying their rose bush. Should we have them on there? That looks quite nice, doesn't it? I've also saved this tag. I'm going to have to cover it, but this was not last year, the year before I think it was. My mum bought me a glue dangle for my birthday, and this was the tag that the lady popped in with it, because it was sent directly to me. I think it might have been my lockdown birthday. But that's a bit small to go in there, but I'm saving that to use somewhere in this journal because of the rose on it. I'm just wondering if I need anything else on here, or if that will be okay as it is. Oh, I might pop a little bit of that. This is not going to close. I'm going to leave that open. So I might pop just a little bit of that there, just to A, strengthen the pocket, and B, make it obvious that that is the edge of the pocket. So I think I'll do that. Being very brave using my scissors, and I'm assuming that glue stick will not work on, didn't put my pin back in, will not work on a glassine bag, so I'm just using my art glitter glue. So I think I might need to put a little bit of ink on there. Oops. So hopefully that will be okay and not catch when we pop things in. And I think I will stick this down so that there's a tuck behind it as well, not just a pocket. So that will be nice. So let's pop a little bit of ink on these. I've already inked these with pink, but I want to bring in some of the vintage photo as well, just so it's not quite so bright. Oh, it's warm in here today. I've shut the door so that if anybody walks up the alley at the side of the garden, Max doesn't, well, is less likely to go ballistic. I'm not saying it will stop him while I'm filming, but it's ever so hot in here now. So, do any of you work on more than one journal at once, and how do you find it? I'm not very good at being eclectic and random. I much prefer and find it easier to work to a theme, even if it's just a colour. I find it very difficult to just randomly whack things down, as you have probably worked out from when I try to decorate anything. And so, you know, I'm finding it quite tricky to switch between the two journals, even though they have a lot of similarities. This journal obviously is mainly pink because of, you know, the papers that I'm using. It is a design team project, so I'm using the papers, and I'm sort of trying to match, you know, I want the paper, what I'm doing to match with the papers is what I'm trying to say. So this, as I say, this journal is very pink. The other journal that I'm making also has flowers in that are also pink, but it does have blues and lilacs in as well. I don't know why I'm faffing with this picture so much. And I'm finding it quite difficult to flip between the two and not get the wrong ephemera in the wrong journal. You know, like stick something blue in here when this is all pink. And when I do something pink, I'm like, oh, hang on, which journal's that for? Is that for the multicoloured flower journal or the rose journal? And does it really matter? I don't know. It's just me overthinking it, I presume. But it's the way I work best. And I must, excuse me, I must try to avoid doing that and be a bit more eclectic, you know, practice being a bit more random. But I find it difficult. So this is going to go on this page, and I'm going to stick it down. I'll probably stick that top flap down this side and this side so that you can tuck things in there, and then we'll have a pocket up here. So that's where that's going to go, but I'm going to let that dry for a bit. And I need to remember that I need to finish off stenciling on that page, but I didn't get my stencils out because I didn't think of that before I started. I don't want to go wandering off, so I'm not doing a lot of finishing off here, am I? I'm supposed to be getting myself to a state where I know what I'm doing and catching up with what I've done. So now I thought I would use some of these pieces as pockets rather than journal cards. So I'm just having a slurp of my tea. Cheers, as my grandson would say. So I'm just trying to decide whether to do that next or not. Let's see what we've got in here. I haven't actually done very much at all so far. Right, we've got something on each page in that one, so now we need to be looking at this one. So, oh, my lace has got folded there. That would be, oh, I still need to stencil, don't I, on the rest of these pages before I can stick things on. Okay. Right. I was looking, I made some envelopes to go, I thought, in this journal, but I've obviously put them in the other journal. This is what I'm saying about I don't know where I am because I'm working in 2 journals. Right, let's try and do something with these papers here that I want to do. I've lost where I'm going to put my little ruffle now. So what I was thinking, if I stick this back piece down completely, first of all, yeah, I made, with my junk mail envelopes, I've covered them and got them ready to use as pockets and flips. And I thought I'd put some in this journal and some in the other journal, but obviously I've put them in the other journal. So I need to make some of those for this journal as well. Which, oh, I remember now, I started doing that the other night, and then my sister rang and needed help with something, and I put everything away and I never went back to it. That's what happened. So in my head I've done them, but actually I didn't because I got interrupted and I've run out of glue. Actually, I don't know why I'm using glue on this, because this would be perfectly fine with glue stick, because it's just paper on paper. So I don't know why I'm wasting my art glitter glue. So we're going to have one of those days, by the looks of it, where everything I go to do, I can't do because I'm not properly prepared. But that is because, you know, I'm trying to get my head back in the game with what I'm doing. Right, so that's going to go there. And then, have I got more glue here that I could use just for this? Let's see if this one will work. Just pop it there for a minute to let it flow. Come on, balance, thank you. So then what I thought was, if I stick this one completely on this side, I think that's where the fold is. And then on this side, if I just glue it at the top and at the bottom, then we'll have a tuck spot there and a pocket there, which I thought is quite interesting. I've not seen that before, so I thought that would be a bit different. So let's pop some ink down here, and I'm just thinking, do I want a little notch in there to make it obvious that it is a pocket? And I probably do. Let's just blend that in there. And that's the other thing I haven't done yet. I haven't gone through, and I usually in my journals edge all my pages with ink, and I haven't done that yet. But I want to do it on this one so I can see what I'm doing. So, yes, do I want a notch? I think I probably would need a notch, wouldn't I? Would I? Or do we want it as a secret? What do we think? I think I want a notch, but I want a big one. So, I need to have it sort of halfway down the bit that's going to show. Snip that, a bit more inking. Right, now I can do this half with glue stick. Where is my glue stick? Don't know where I've put my glue mats. Let's use the back of this. Sorry, I know I'm swirling everything around, but I need to try and line this up so that I need to see what I'm doing to make sure I line it up, is what I'm trying to say. So that part is stuck down, and obviously that bottom bit's going to be hidden once this pocket's stitched down. So then on this piece, I'm hoping that's where the fold is, and I'm hoping the glue will flow. I'm going to have a little bit of glue up there. And a bit of glue along there. Bit of glue down there. Getting to the bottom of all my glues, and rather than stopping and refilling, I'm just trying to get the dregs out. Come on, you know you want to flow. Oops, just hit myself in the face with that. I can see that there's glue in the tip here, but it's just not coming out. There we go. Fly flying about now. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but I hope it's not annoying you if you can. Let's flip that over. Go away. So now, when that is stitched in place, there, I'll have that there. So on this side it's just normal page, this will be stitched round, little pocket there, and on the other side we'll have a pocket down here and a little tuck spot there, so we can have something in there and something in there. So I quite like that, that's different. So that's that bit done. And then I want to do the same with the other piece, but I need to go and refill my glue bottle to do that. So what do I still need to do? Oh, I did have a couple of envelopes prepped in this. They're not the ones I did the other night. Oh, and I was going to make that into a pocket. Is there anything else here I need to finish making? So this is going to be a pocket down in a corner somewhere. So I need to cover that. And obviously we'll want that's not quite big enough. Although we could piece it, couldn't we? We could have, oh no, that's still not wide enough. What have I got here? Just so that, you know, when you pop things in the tuck spot, this is covered, so it looks a bit nicer. That's a double piece for other things. Right. Let's pop that in there. Try to make sure this is properly open so we get right down into the corner. Max, you're not going out there. I know there's people. You let them be. I don't want to listen to you shouting at them. Well, I'm making a bit of a meal of this, aren't I? Come on, Karen. I can tell I've not been working for a while. Because I'm finding the simplest things very challenging. Come on, go into that corner. That's what that will have to do. And we will tear these excess pieces off. I'm not worried about the back because that's going to be stuck down to a page. Just wondering if you're going to see the other side possibly. So do I want to pop something in there? Oh, this fly is driving me mad. Maybe I'll pop that in there. This bit I think I will just fold over, and then that will give that top edge a little bit of extra strength as well, as it's there. So that's just trying to make sure I haven't glued it together. So I'm hoping I can do another video today later on once I've walked Max, but I think that might be pushing it a bit. And then I'm hoping that tomorrow and the next day I will also be able to get a couple of videos done and try and get back on track, you know, to filming regularly. But I'm not going to promise. So now if we're having that stuck down as a little corner tuck there, would we want it to be a pocket as well? We could do, couldn't we? That might be quite nice. So let's cover this with something pretty. No, I'm not going to use those. What's on here? I'm just looking at the misprinted papers to see if there's anything that won't be used elsewhere. Could put that on there, but then that would make a nice journal card, wouldn't it? Maybe some of this that we chopped off, that can go on there. I should have folded that top piece over after I covered this piece. It's too late now. Actually, it may not have been too late if I'd have tried. I may have been able to peel that up and re-stick it, but I've done it now. Oh, I don't know if you heard my phone ping then. I'm recording on my phone and it's connected to my iPad in front of me. I've just seen a message pop up from my daughter. She auditioned for a job the other day and she's just messaged to say she got it. So that's lovely. I mean, she does work anyway. But that will be her first professional performance role since graduating. So that's rather marvellous. It's what we like, gainfully employed children. Right, so ink that up. Now obviously this is going to need a bit more decorating. I'm also going to ink the back piece so that, you know, when you're sliding things in and out, this blends in. There's a little bit there at the bottom that's not covered, but I'm not worried about that. It's not going to be too obvious. So that's my pocket, and that is going to go. Let's have the third signature, because I don't think we've done anything in that one yet. Or was that the one we just did the extra pockets in? No, it wasn't. So if you, let's have a look. We'll want a fairly sturdy page for that, I think. So that's the wrong side. Let's pop it this side. So we can have that stuck down there. I'm not going to try and stick it down now because I need to go and refill my glue. So if I'll stick it on, am I too low down? I'll stick it on 3 sides there So we will have a pocket at the back, and then in the front this will be, you know, a tuck spot for something a bit bigger. I don't know, not these things necessarily, but you get the idea. So that will look quite nice. So that can go there, and obviously I'll need to pop something on that pocket. Right, I think I've been faffing with you all enough now. So I think I will leave it there for now. I'm going to go and take Max for a walk. I'm going to refill my glue, and then hopefully I will have time to come back and do another video later. If not, it will be tomorrow. But it will be a few days for you in any case, because I won't be uploading them one after the other. So I hope you have been entertained by that, if nothing else. Thank you for joining me today. I'll be back again in another couple of days. In the meantime, stay safe, take care, look after yourself, and enjoy your own crafty time. Bye-bye.